All right, what's up, gang? Happy Sunday. Kind of a random video, but not really, because it's actually super important. We do, I got a family of 4, and we do all sorts of crazy adventurous stuff all the time. And my good buddy Evan and I, we've, definitely been through quite a bit of trauma and, just injuries and stuff. And so yesterday, Evan's daughter broke her arm, and I just want to show you guys kind of like what like a customized first aid kit kind of looks like that you either have at your house or in your truck or whatever. Just with big wave surfing, spearfishing, hunting, and all that kind of stuff, and having little kids around, it's kind of really good to kind of put it together. And it's not something you can actually buy online. You gotta kind of piecemeal it. So I'll put a bunch of links and stuff and organize it on Amazon. So you guys can just find all this stuff on Amazon and buy it and fill your case up. But number one, here, let me just kind of flip this around. And let's see here. All right, number one, bingo, half face blade. You don't have to get a half face blade, but they're pretty amazing. Folding knife. Knives are super, super useful. Amazing tools. I don't really go anywhere without this blade or a blade that's similar to it. Swiss Army knife if you want to go easy and light. So number one, so this is a waterproof, impact resistant first aid case. It's just blank. You can just buy it on Amazon. They're like $50 or whatever, but it's totally worth it, because if you do adventures like I do, and you're going on boats and you're on a kayak or whatever it is, you can kind of just throw this into the hull and, kind of forget about it. But at least you got everything in a peace of mind for everything that's inside of this thing. It's going to be packed full of all the good stuff that they don't really think about. And then the second thing that I carry around with me is a big tarp. These are like super useful. It's a canvas tarp. You can use it for all sorts of different things. And if someone's in shock or whatever it is, you can put them in this on a boat, and it keeps them nice and tight. So in here, this is kind of like see that locking mech right there? So you gotta pop that off, and then pop this one off. And I literally was I wasn't planning on filming anything, but pulling this open. So a lot of things here, but I'll just kind of run through them. So this is a suture kit. So in case you are wondering what that is, in case you don't need to go to the doctor or you're kind of too far away, this has everything in it to tie up a wound. And it's got, different types of, in here there's like different types of, what's it called? Suture line or thread or whatever you want to call it. But like, it'll, what's it called? Dissolve. So it's got dissolving and a bunch of other things. So this thing's pretty sweet. This stuff right here, like honestly, I barely even use Band-Aids. I would just use this athletic tape. And it's super cheap, and I'll put a little link on there, but I even use this for my grips on my spear guns, my bows. It's a good dampener even on the cams and stuff. But yeah, really useful stuff. And in case you get a broken arm, you can actually use this on a splint. This thing right here, like, can't go wrong. Kids, if they get stung by a bee or whatever it is, like giving them a little chewable, massive help there. This, you have all the wipes and stuff that are in a lot of the first aid kits, but honestly, a spray not only cleans the wound and kind of like opens it up a little bit, but it also kills all the germs and stuff in case there's an infection or they get bit by an animal or, whatever it is. If they got vana in their foot from a sea urchin, you don't actually have to pee on it. Maybe you do. And maybe spray this on there after. And then my wife and plenty of the community that I'm in is in the birth world, and so this is not, obviously you don't put this in a birth, but like they have a lot of bleeding trauma stuff, and so this really helps people from bleeding out. So this kind of goes hand in hand with this, which is there you go, Tourniquet. And especially surfing and toe-in, especially with the foils nowadays, they're so sharp. Yeah, these are super useful. And recently a guy got actually bit off of what was it called? Sand piles. And if it wasn't for, I think, a tourniquet, he probably would have died. Super cool guy. Anyway, so this one kind of goes with the blood trauma. So it's a what are these things called? It's like basically what's in here in this compressed sack is a bandage that will wrap around the wound and creates compression. So it works well with all of this stuff. These things are a relatively new invention. They're pretty cool. So you like put this over the wound. Instead of having to use this suture kit and take your time, you literally could just use these little zip ties and it pulls the wound together. So I keep like a couple of these in my little pack. Yeah, actually I probably even could have used that on my foot the other day. I had this big wave swell that came in where I cut my foot. You can probably see it, it's still healing. Yeah. Anyway, so this stuff, eye relief, is critical for kids. They're always getting stuff in their eyes, and keeping an eye relief, spray out wash is super good because they're always messing around with stuff. Yeah, so there's that. And then I got an even more handy dandy kind of wound closure kit by these guys, and I think this one's actually by Rhino Rescue too. So these two are the same brand. And then, just another thing in here, I just got Band-Aids. Another stuff that I don't have in here that I usually keep in my hunting bag is super glue, floss, and duct tape. Because if you can't duck it, fuck it. But yeah, there you go. There you have it. That is what is in this first aid kit that goes in the van with all the kids, and this is what we use. All right, stoked. Have a beautiful Sunday. All right, I love everybody. All right, what's up, gang? Happy Sunday. Kind of a random video, but not really, because it's actually super important. We do, I got a family of 4, and we do all sorts of crazy adventurous stuff all the time. And my good buddy Evan and I, we've definitely been through quite a bit of trauma and just injuries and stuff. And so yesterday, Evan's daughter broke her arm, and I just want to show you guys kind of like what like a customized first aid kit kind of looks like that you either have at your house or in your truck or whatever. Just with big wave surfing, spearfishing, hunting, and all that kind of stuff, and having little kids around, it's kind of really good to kind of put it together. And it's not something you can actually buy online. You gotta kind of piecemeal it. So I'll put a bunch of links and stuff and organize it on Amazon. So you guys can just find all this stuff on Amazon and buy it and fill your case up. But number one, here, let me just kind of flip this around. And let's see here.